Hello students. In the previous two lecture we were discussing about the adoption and diffusion. This is the last part of adoption and diffusion. In the first part we discussed about the innovation and the various orientation of innovation, that is firm orientation, product orientation, market orientation and consumer orientation. In the second we discussed about the process of diffusion of innovation. We discussed about the elements of diffusion of innovation. Now, in the last slide, we were discussing about the adopter categories. Now, in this lecture, we will be discussing about the various adopter categories. This is very, very important for every exam purpose. This adopter categories was given by Everett Rogers. The consumer can be divided into 5 categories. The 5 categories are innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. The shape of this figure, the classification of adopter group takes the shape of bell-shaped normal distribution curves. We will be discussing each of the categories one by one. Each of the categories have special characteristics and some specified percentage of the target market. So we will be discussing all this. So first of all, we will be discussing about innovators. This belongs to 2.5% of the target market adopter. These are the ones who are first to go and purchase a new product or service offering. They are the first one to go for a particular product and they adopt new product categories. They comprise 2.5% of the market. They are venturesome and they are risk takers in many respects. There is an evidence to suggest that innovators are very different in personality and lifestyles from others. They are very cosmopolitan, having friends outside the communities in which they live. The sources of information also reflect that they are having a friend outside the community in which they live. Their sources of information also says that the cosmopolitan orientation, and they are transcending the local community and also including other innovators and interpersonal and scientific sources. They are very high in self-confidence and always try to eager to try out new product and services. They have access to information about new service and offerings, and they are very quick to purchase. They don't give second thought. They have interest and inclination to buy new product or two. They are having or purchasing power, and they have the access to. It is mentioned that innovators are not generic. They are most cases they are specific to a particular product or service time. People may be innovator for some product but not for others. So consumers who are innovator for many products are called polymorphic, whereas those who are for innovators for only one product, that are called monomorphic. So we have seen that certain people wants to buy iPhone, the latest version of iPhone, as soon as it comes to the market. So they are the ones, they have the purchasing power, as well as they have a desire to try out new products. So the second category is, this is called the percent of target market. Sorry, the percent has not been mentioned here. 13.5% of the target market are called the adopters. The first one, that innovators, were 2.5%, whereas in early adopter they are 13.5%. These are those consumers who purchase a new product and service offering not because they are fascinated towards the new word new. They simply just don't want to try out new product like innovators, but this poses that need. That's why they go for that particular product. So they generally tend to have some idea about that particular product and service category. After gathering information from different sources about the product and brand, they go for in purchase. Early adopters are highly integrated socially and seek respect and approve the fellow community members too. They tend to watch the innovators also after as soon as it appears that they have adopted the product. So they too also become the adopters. They are not the first movers. They just wait for the adopters to try that particular product. After their reviews, they go to the market or purchase that particular product. So they rely on group norms and also turn out to be a good opinion leaders and could easily target for the marketeers. Now early majority. See, we have seen that small numbers, that is 2.5, were innovators. 13.5 were early adopters because they are adopting things early but not too early like innovators. Now coming to the majority part, that is early majority, that is 34% early majority of buyers. The early majority is similar to early adopter in the sense that they buy the product or service offering because they possess the need and they want to fulfill their need. However, they are not as quick as early adopter. They take a little longer time to enter into a purchase decision. This is because unlike earlier two categories, the early majority does not have much interest in the product or service categories. Thus, the consumer fall into this category and have to collect information and evaluate and deliberate carefully, then they take decision. So this process takes time. These people are though rarely readers and adopt new ideas before the average person. Once the early majority of the people adopt the innovation, it ceases to be the luxury or novelty item because it is accepted fact that the early majority people are deliberate in behavior to accept the innovations. So the consumers fall into this category. They collect information from various sources. They wait for the innovators as the early adopters and take their reviews, and after that they take the decision. So that's why the process becomes longer. The early majority will be 34% of the adopters. Now the late majorities, like early majority, then the late majority are also 34% of the adopters. Late, the word late has been written because the members of the social class, reference group, peers group have already made the purchase and the social influence is very strong. They themselves have evaluated the new product and are ready to buy it. See, they're all the known and the surroundings and the people who are around there as like colleague, social class, reference group, all have purchased the product. Now they are assured that okay, this particular product is good enough. The social influence is very, very strong, and they have evaluated that the new product through various sources that the new product is very good. Then only they will go for uh, that particular product. They have a need, but after careful thought and deliberation, with the social influence and the pressure, the late majority takes the pressure. They take the purchase. Sorry, the skeptical means they are doubtful about the new product unless they become confirmed about the product, and it's become a social pressure for the people. They don't go for the purchase. Laggards last to adopt a new product or service offering. These are the last 16% of the target market. They are very, very slow in buying the innovative offering because they are very uninvolved in the product or service category. They don't possess much information. They have no effect of social pressure and social ties are not strong. They believe that making routine purchases and prefer to buy familiar products rather than unfamiliar products. This is a chart showing the adopter categories. The shape of the graph is like a bell-shaped curve, or it takes the form of a normal distribution curve. The first category, that is innovators, which represents 2.5%. This we have already discussed in the previous slide, just to see how it takes place in the chart. So then early adopters are 13.5%. Early majority and late majority both are 34%, and the laggards are 16%. So this is all the categories are forming the shape of bell. So now the characteristics, to summarize all the characteristics of adopter categories from innovators to laggards. So if we see innovators and early adopters, they both are visionaries and they are very enthusiastic. Coming to the first one, if we see the innovators one, they are the dream realizers. They want to follow their dreams. They want to achieve their dreams, whatever they are thinking, they want to apply in their life, and they want to bring change in their life. They want to drive change. They are not scared of any failure. They want to try and explore all the opportunities and the products that are available in markets. They are very tolerant to risk, uncertainty, and ambiguity. They are adventurers. They are change initiators. They are the ones who take steps for adopting any kind of change that is occurring in the market, or they're ready to adopt the new product and services. They are very respected by the early adopters, because early adopters take their reviews and then they also follow the innovators, but they are doubted by rest of the mass, as they don't rely on innovators. Then followed by innovators, then comes the category that is early adopters, who are not very quick in adopting the things, but when they are early adopters. After innovators, they are the ones who wants to try the change, try the products. They want to embrace change. They want to buy new things. They want to use. They want to engage themselves with the product and services. They want to try out things and try out new ideas, but in a careful way. They are inspired by innovators, and they want that newness in the things. They like integrating new ideas and to bring out some useful output. They are the influence. They convey ideas, and they are respected by majority. In the innovators, they are doubted by majority, whereas in early adopter, they are respected by majority. So followed by early adopters, then comes the early majority. So they are ready to accept the change, but once the early adopters have given their reviews about the particular products, or they have given opinion, then they follow the change, but they accept change then earlier than the late majority. They adopt things if they think that the pros and cons, after weighing, or you can say checking the pros and cons of various products, and then they look for the benefits, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and after the critical thinking, they will go for the particular product. It will help in the gaining the mass appeal, because they have done the things on the basis of logical reasoning. They will wait till the product is successfully launched in the market and it got good reviews from early adopters and innovators. Then they will go for the product. Then coming to the late majority, they are very doubtful. They accept change, but later than the early majority. They adopt things once it is fully proven that it is that this particular product is not going to fail. They adopt change when it is necessity, not choice. They don't want to go for this particular thing, but when it becomes necessity, then only they will go for the change. They like to rule rules of creatures of habit. They jumps even when sees that everybody is doing it. So see, if when in the market the new mobile phone came, so they are like, if it is not a necessity, then they didn't purchase the product, although it has numerous benefits, but they purchase the mobile when all the members of the society are purchasing, or you can say the majority of people have mobiles, then they will go for the mobile phones. It is just an example. This can be related to any product or services. Laggards are the resistors. They are very reluctant to make any kind of changes. They are change averse. They are not leaders. They are very doubtful regarding the new product or services or innovation. They are not ready to take the change, or ready to accept the new ideas. They feel they buy the product when they feel that, okay, if I don't buy this product, then they will feel very uncomfortable, or like that. They are forced to adopt things when they have a kind of compulsion of buying certain thing or very major influence of someone, then only they will go for the product. Otherwise they don't want to make any change in their behavior. So this is the adoption process. If we see, so what happens: first awareness, then interest, evaluation, trial, and adoption. This we can see the acronym can be the ITA, that is awareness, interest, evaluation, trial, and adoption. This is the process. I will be explaining them one by one. So awareness, what happens? First of all, this is the first stage of adoption process. In this, the consumer are exposed to innovation, means they are exposed to a particular product or service. They will get through some, they will get exposed through some ad or some boards or some banners. They will get knowledge about, they will get awareness about the particular product. Okay, this particular product has come to market. Now, coming to the knowledge part, this is the second step. Consumers learn about the new idea, about the new product or new service that have come in the market. Consumer understand the characteristics as well as the weak and strong points. They will see the strong and the weak points, or you can say advantages or disadvantages of a particular product. Then liking, once they became aware and they have knowledge about the various benefits and pros and cons of any product, so they develop a liking and disliking towards the product, and it depends on how well the consumer feels the innovation. So this is they develop a liking and disliking towards the product after having the knowledge about the product. Now then the next step is trial. Consumer use the product on a limited basis, means they can try for some sample, or they will experience the product through some samples or the small sachet. If experience with the products provide them some kind of you can say they will lead to either satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Once they experience the thing, then only they will move for the next step, that is evaluation. Then is consumers draw conclusion about the innovations or determine whether the further information is necessary. If the evaluation is satisfactory, means the experience they when they tried a product, then if it is satisfactory, that consumer try the product innovation which he has done in the trial step. So what will happen, that evaluation is, if the evaluation is satisfactory, then he will go for the product or he will accept the innovation. If the evaluation was not satisfactory, they will reject the product. So adoption and rejection, the consumer would decide to use, reuse the product or service. So satisfaction and the evaluation, if the satisfaction and the evaluation is positive, or you can say favorable, they will accept the innovation. Otherwise they will reject it. If the experience with the product is not good, it is not favorable, so they will reject the product. So criticism of this is, it does not indicate the entire step. It is that the criticism of this process is, it does not indicate a need recognition stage or a problem resolving scenario. So what happened, the critique argue that when a problem is faced, so the prospect approach towards offering would be much different than he would have faced with the one. So what happening here is that it is there is no step of need recognition, simply it is coming with the awareness stage. So evaluation takes place both during before the trial and during trial. In fact, it takes place throughout the process. What actually happens is it is shown that evaluation will takes place during the trial and the evaluation process. But what actually happening is, in every stage there will be the evaluation is going on, while awareness stage also there will be some kind of evaluation will be there. In the second stage also, knowledge part also, there will be some evaluation will be going on. Then trial is no guarantee for future purchase or repurchase. Although experience may be satisfactory, a consumer may never use the products or service offering again. See, sometimes it happens that the product, it is said that if experience or evaluation is satisfactory, the consumer will accept the innovation or accept the product or offering, but it is not the case. In certain cases, even though your experience with or the experience of consumers is satisfactory, the consumer don't want to use the product in future, or they don't want to buy the product again, whatsoever the reason. But there might be the cases when the consumers experience were satisfactory, but they don't want to use the product again. So the model makes no mention of post-purchase behavior. It does not speak of cognitive dissonance, neither does it speak of post-purchase evaluation, leading to the commitment of use or patronism of the product. So what is happening here is this model is not mentioning anything about what happened once the purchase has been done, whether it led to satisfaction, dissatisfaction, or there is a cognitive dissonance. So this is very important point for any model to be taken into consideration. So thus keeping in views these reality, the model has been modified and the researchers has incorporated two more stages between trial and adoption. So the two stages were direct product experience and the second was product evaluation. So what is happening here is in direct product experience, in this the experience will be for a longer duration so that they can assess what are the consequences of it. If the experience is for shorter duration, then it will be it can be you can say sometimes it is good or sometimes it is bad. If you are using a product for a longer duration, sometimes if initially the product is not good, but for a longer duration the results might be good. So this is direct product experience. Second one is product evaluation, assessing the consequences of experience. Once we have experienced the product for a longer period of time, then we will evaluate what are the consequences of the experience, and then on the basis of that we can accept or reject the innovation. So after modification, the stages of the model stand as awareness, interest, evaluation, trial, direct product experience, product evaluation, and then adoption. So adoption process and the facilitator, the information source act as a strong facilitator in the adoption process. Right from the awareness to the final adoption, information remains as a strong determinant. So what is happening here is the source of information is very, very important, because it is the ultimate source which is leading for the final rejection and adoption. Because if you got wrong information about any product, it will definitely lead to rejection. So the correct information and the relevant information and the timely information is very, very important for the adoption of product. Marketing communication in particular, like impersonal sources like print, audio, visual media, has also a very major role in creating awareness about the product. So how well and made a ad or the print or the hoarding will play a major role in creating the awareness among the consumers. So therefore the impact may go on decline relatively, and that of impersonal sources go on increase. See, the impact will will decline relatively. See what happens if the interpersonal sources, friends, colleagues, or the salesperson will give, if any of these sources will give positive reviews about any product, you will not even think twice. If you will simply rely on those sources, and you can go make purchase. In fact, the interpersonal influence that get reflected in social influence or social approval also act as major determinant in adoption of innovative products and services, primarily in the stages of trial and final adoption. So the social influence, like the opinion leaders, the innovators, they also play a major role in creating knowledge or your change in your behavioral pattern. They are also playing a major role in the decision making or final adoption of the product or services. So this is all for today's lecture. So we are done with the topic, that is adoption and diffusion. Now in the next lecture we will be discussing the next topic. Thank you.